Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your April Soul session. I am Marlo. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in to you guys' cards. We're going to start off with an overall energy from the Eclipse Oracle deck to see what's going on with you all. I need to adjust my microphone as always. To see what's going on with you guys in the month of April. What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? April. Whoa. Oh, this came out for who did I do before you? Aquarius. We have lessons. So it says the chance for reflection and revision in a situation, a lesson to be learned to make changes towards your personal growth and path, opportunity to gain a clear idea of what is called for, to be true to yourself and your needs. So what it's looking like, my beautiful Pisces, that is, oh my goodness, taking over the 12th house in my freaking chart, because like all of my major Taurus placements are in the house of Pisces, which is why I love you guys so much. I mean, that and me curating in a Piscean womb, but that's neither here nor there. But what it's looking like is whatever it is that you guys are experiencing. I'm looking at the first card that turned over like upright and says man, dealings or a relationship with a man. So what it's looking like, Pisces, you know what I'm saying? You feel how you want to feel about it. But whether this is romantical, this is friendship, this is job, what have you, it's looking like the major lessons you guys are learning in the month of April are in reference to dealings or a relationship with a man. Let me find out. I'm just saying. Next card that we have is Target. That also came out for Aquarius. It says a goal-oriented person. Is that you or the Aquarius that you're dealing with? I don't know. Next card we have is Hills, and it says obstacles to overcome. So, I mean, I'm just looking at what this is saying, Pisces. What it's kind of looking like is, and this feels kind of weird for me to say this, but it feels kind of karmic-y. It has like a karmic-y flavor to it. It feels very twin flamey. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's romantic. Okay, because your twin flame can be, you know, a brother, cousin, uncle. You know what I'm saying? It could be anybody, your boss. It doesn't matter who it is. But I feel, really, to be quite honest, this goal-oriented person I feel is you guys, Pisces. I feel you guys have an ultimate end goal. You have something that you want to accomplish. This could be something along the lines of you dating for marriage. It could be you only working an entry level position for the sole purpose of you being the CEO. But I feel what's standing between you and what it is that you're really wanting is this gentleman. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I feel the reason why this person is acting as an obstruction, or you know, isn't doing what you want them to do, or isn't falling in line, or, and I mean, this could even be your kid. Okay. If you have an adult son, this could be your kid as well. But I feel you guys like to be rather linear with things, because I'm looking at all of these arrows. It's like, and that's Sagittarius energy for me. It's like, so that may be in your chart and the other person's. It's like you guys are pretty much like a straight shooter. You have an end goal with everything. You only do things with a particular rhyme or reason. You're not really trying to go around the mulberry bush or see what's popping, see what's going on. Like, it's more or less like, okay, this is what I want. This is why I'm involved in this. This is what we need to be doing. But I feel that this person is just completely out of the fold of what it is that you're looking for, what it is that you would desire in a romantic or, you know, friendship, family, work type of situation. And I feel the obstacles that you guys are facing with this particular male figure, right, are all centralized to a lesson. First card out, we have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. So in some sense or another, my Pisces, you guys are a little bit stuck in the past. I feel like there's things from your past, your perceptions on things, what you've been through with this particular person. Oh, okay. Google cards came out. What you've been through with this particular person. What you've been through in similar situations. Oh, child, look, they didn't gave 6. Child, look, they got a word for you today, Pisces. Okay. But it's more or less being on the fence about things. It's like you're kind of frustrated because it's the thought of, and this is going to sound kind of crazy, but it's almost like if I put a key in the door, it should work, right? If I put vinegar into baking soda, it should explode. Like when you put one thing with another thing, something should happen. And I feel it's frustrating, you guys, because it's more or less you're approaching things or seeing things from a particular perspective that you've always seen them from, or approaching it in a way that you've always expected, and it's not working. And I feel not necessarily with this particular situation, but I don't know, I'm picking up on so much energy. It feels almost like the particular Pisces person that would resonate with this is someone where things have always worked for you. So if you were someone who's like a straight A student in school, you know, you got all the awards and the medals and stuff like that. You go to college, you graduate, like it's kind of like you plug into something and it just freaking works, right? And for the first time in your life, you're doing the process, you're doing the thing, and the thing is not working. And it's like, what the hell, right? But what I garner from this is, especially with there being a lesson here with this, I feel whatever it is that you thought you knew. And the thing that I have to say with this is something I say in therapy a lot of times when it comes to people relating to other people, specifically like in a relationship sense. Whenever you are dating someone, right? Like who you are as a single person and what it is that you've mastered as an individual, none of that counts the moment that you get into a relationship, because you have to remember that you mastered your single self. You have yet to master yourself in a relationship. So when it comes to you mastering yourself in a relationship, you can only do that within the confines of a relationship. And I think that's like a really big ego hit for a lot of people a lot of times, because it's the thought of when it's just you and you only have to worry about you, you have like a way of doing things and how things work out and, you know, how things are supposed to unfold. But now suddenly you have a whole nother human that's in your space. So once again, it's not just romantic, but I mean, that goes like for the same thing. If you've been self-employed and you're suddenly going to working for someone, it's like the way that you run your business or ran your business and the way that another person does. It's like these are two conflicting personalities. So it's more or less like what I'm seeing with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. It's taking something from the past into the present that doesn't really apply anymore. So I like that analogy that my guides gave me. It's like if you know, owned a business for years and you shut down your business and now you're working for an employer, and now you're getting irritated because it's like, why am I not able to do what it is that I want to do when I want to do it, how it is that I want to do it? And the reason for that is it's like you don't own this business anymore. You don't call the shots. It's like you work for someone else. You know what I mean? So it's more or less that there's a lesson in this, not saying that, you know, you're just supposed to be able to do what it is that you want to do, but it's more or less a sense of compromise. And I feel that's why you guys are in the month of April in this energy of being on the fence, because it's trying to reconcile within yourself. Like, why can I not do like, why is it that I have an end goal and I'm not hitting the end goal? Like, why are you standing in the way? Like, this is what we're doing. Like, this is where we're going. Why are you not just getting on board and doing what it is that I want to do? Right. And that goes back to the reading I did for Libra, which speaks about control. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we control out of fear, but I just feel with you guys, it's kind of like learning one side of the Likert scale. And now you guys have transitioned to the other side of the Likert scale. And it's about learning this other side that requires a bit of compromise. Now, the next card that you guys have is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So it's feeling disempowered. There could be a little bit of paranoia in your mind, feeling like people talking about you, feeling like people are against you, all these people just attacking me and I don't know what I did and all this other kind of stuff. But the root of the Seven of Wands, whenever it's in the reverse, it's really speaking to the fact of not understanding that you've already overcome the world, that you already have a victory in this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less losing sight of spirit, right? So if you tap back into your intuition and back into your spiritual side, then you understand what it is that I'm seeing here. You understand that there's one way that you always have done things. You have this person who's a catalyst, right? A catalyst only shows up when it's time for growth. So overcoming these obstacles in reference to this person via compromise is how it is that you utilize your lesson. But typical human nature with the Seven of Wands, because there is this contrast, it's more or less feeling attacked, it's feeling overwhelmed. Why is this happening? Type of deal, right? Next card that we have is the High Priestess. That goes back to what your friend Marlo just said. There's a need for you to tap back into your intuition because there's a disconnect here, you know? So I feel in a sense, it's a viable time for a lesson to be learned, because I feel, and please do not throw tomatoes at me for saying this, but I feel for some time, things have been going in your favor for some time. not in every single facet of your life, but in a lot of facets, things have kind of worked out. It's like you put your foot down and stuff just kind of, falls in line in so many words. And I feel the reason why this is transpiring this way is because if spirit did not kind of pump the brakes and stop you guys and like put this person in your path, it's like you guys would start to come to a place to where you would be almost like an unteachable spirit, to where you're completely solidified in the fact of like, oh, this is how things go. Like when I say we're going left, everybody needs to go left because that's what it's always been. That's what it is. And I feel it's almost kind of like teetering on that. You know what I'm saying? So now when it comes to now you're at this crossroads where you've always gone left. Now there's this crossroads and it's like, wait a minute. Like I started walking left and everyone's not going left. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, why? Like I'm going left. Why are we all not going left? What are like, hello? Right? And I feel that gives you pause enough for you guys to learn something else, which is you can desire to go left. It's not necessarily that the person who's going right is proverbially right for going right, but you can understand how you can go right and then end up left, if that's making sense. The next card that you guys have is the Hermit in the reverse. Dude, that's Virgo energy, and this is Piscean energy. Do not isolate yourself, because I feel what this is, Pisces, and I don't know who's going to resonate with this. I feel like a lot of Pisces might feel a way about me after this because I'm just being honest to what it is I'm seeing. But I feel with this, it's like, it's kind of one of those things when things don't go your way, Pisces, you just kind of shut down. Like you just kind of isolate yourself. You take a step back. This is reminding me of like what I said in Libra. This is what I said in Sagittarius. This is what I said in Capricorn. I said the same thing in Aquarius. I don't know what y'all all have in common, child, but y'all are like all on the same boat right now. But it's more or less because it was this card that came up in the overall energy that was about like disassociating, like just completely pulling back from stuff. So the whole thing is that I feel in your mindset, and God, y'all are going to hate me for this because I'm just seeing this so clearly. It's like the reason why one will pull back and like not speak to people or like disassociate from people is the root of that is knowing that you're right. So the intention of taking a step back and not saying anything is like, I need them to see that what I'm saying is correct, right? So it's like, I'm not saying anything, and this isn't a matter of whether you're right or they're right. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a lesson that needs to be learned in how this way of handling things is antiquated. It's more about, as opposed to, how things have been handled up to this point, is you making a decision to like actually speak up, because the 7 of Wands in the reverse is telling me you're not speaking up. You know what I mean? So whether it's like intuitively, or if there's an assumption of something you think, that you really don't know, but you think, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I feel it in my spirit. I'm an empath. I feel this, like whatever the case, it's more or less the justification that you have with how it is that you're handling things comes from experiences past tense. And with this 2 of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hermit in the reverse, this is what it is that's being carried from the past. What's being carried from the past is the fact of like, I need to protect myself. I need to isolate myself. Like I need to go detox from this energy type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because since I know what it is we're supposed to be doing, I know what's best for me and I know what's best for you. It's like, because you're not listening and I feel attacked, it's like what I need to do is I just need to like pull back or whatever. Now, granted, I know that there's situations and circumstances in which that's a very healthy thing to do, especially if you're dealing with toxic people. But what I'm seeing about this catalytic energy that I'm seeing, this person is not toxic. This is just a person that doesn't agree with you. And it's kind of trying to reconcile, like, why are you not agreeing with me? And mind you, I have to tell you, Pisces, this reading is not going to be for everybody. Because if you feel like, oh, that's not me, I'm not like that, I'm not that type of person, then this is just not your reading, sweetheart. You feel what I'm saying? So the whole thing that I'm saying with this is someone where, whether you went to a psychic, you pulled some tarot cards, went to a tarot reader, watched a tarot reading, whether you have intuitive gifts yourself, It's just this perception of like, I know what's right. Like, I know what's best for me and I know what's best for you. I know what's best for us. So if I'm saying go left and you're not listening to me, it's like, why are you not listening to me? You must not be aligned with spirit. You must be against me. You must be trying to attack me. You must be trying to hurt me. You must be trying to harm me. So now it's like, I'm going to pull myself back because I don't have time for this. You feel what I'm saying? And mind you, Virgo being your opposite sign, with this being in the reverse, this is more or less falling into the shadow aspects of Virgo Pisces. So it's like that's something that you have to be conscientious of. But I feel with all of this, with this being so deep, this is something that could be an extremely transformative lesson for Pisces, but what it would really require is for you guys to surrender to your intuition and not like your ego masquerading as intuition. The next card that we have is the Sun in the reverse as Leo energy. So we're speaking to half-hearted happiness. Some of you guys may be dealing with someone who is a Virgo Leo cusp or Leo Virgo cusp, however it goes, one or the other. I think Leo Virgo cusp, yeah, whatever. So you guys may be dealing with a person like that, but the whole thing that this is a message speaking about is that there's a level of half-hearted happiness here. It's like things working in your favor up to this point of having this catalyst with whoever this dude is. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it does not have to be romantic. This could be your brother. This could be your father. This could be your uncle. This could be your kid, coworker. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? But and speaking of which, I wonder if this has something to do with Leo, because I know that I said I was going to do mid-months this month to check back in with Leo, because Leo had the same card come out. So y'all let me know in the comments if that is the case. But anyway, but the whole premise with this is with you guys not standing in your full power. I cannot talk. I was going to say full power. It's not how you say that word. With you guys being in the Seven of Wands and the reverse energy, and with the Sun in the reverse falling underneath it, it's saying that you guys are not standing in your full power. Thus, you have half-hearted happiness. So I feel in some sense or another, you guys have had more control in situations than I think you realize. But for once upon a time, which isn't really the right phrase here, but I don't know what's going on with my verbiage. Anyway, but for once in your life, there is a catalytic person that has come onto your path, right? And God, this is just like Libra. And it's like a misunderstanding of seeing this as an attack. Like this is a bad person that has it out for me. But I feel the only reason why this happened is because there's a valuable lesson to be learned in this. And the lesson to be learned with this falling in the middle of your spread is the fact that the way that things have been up to this point, there's been what it's like maintaining. It's not, full embodied bliss. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a hot and cold kind of happiness, or a half-hearted happiness. Another thing with this is it could be a level of burnout, because it's like it's trying to figure out the answers to things you were never intended to know the answers to. Oh my gosh, listen to your friend Marlo. We have the star card that's Aquarius. I might be psychic, child. Look at all of these signs. We got Pisces, we got Aquarius, we got Virgo, we got Leo. I'm just saying, y'all probably need to watch all those signs. But here's the thing. The whole premise of everything that's happening for you guys in the month of April, Pisces, is to restore your hope, right? It's for you to come back into alignment with yourself, because I feel the way that you guys have been up to this point, it doesn't really seem like you're out of alignment with yourself, because things have kind of been matriculating and, folding in other parts of your life in your favor. But I feel just like with everyone else, and this came up in the Pretty Mystic Weekly on the network like 2 weeks ago, of like, and that's where this whole arrow thing comes in, because I think that was like the week before last I saw it was almost like an arrow where there's something that needs to be healed in you that could have never possibly been healed or addressed had it not been for this person coming into your path, right? Because otherwise it just wouldn't have made, any sense for this to even be revealed or for it to come up or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is more or less divine intervention that's for your benefit, for you to be able to see yourself in a perspective you've never seen yourself in. So I feel the reason why all of this is happening is to get you guys to your wishes being fulfilled in a big sense. But this person, and that's why I said it feels karmic-y, because this feels like a karmic contract to me. You know what I'm saying? Like a karmic relationship. Like this is a person who's potentially like, a guru, because, all devotees, you know, that are supposed to get into their guru stage, they always incarnate with a guru. And I feel like this particular person, which is why I say it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be anyone in your life that's a male, but this person is like the catalyst to your next level of awakening, if you will, because it's almost like you've been at a stasis with your level of self-awareness and awakening and not realizing that underneath it all that there was some level of disempowerment that was happening. Because with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, this feels like a past life karma kind of thing. And I feel whatever this wound was that causes you to behave this way, it very well could be something that this person did to you in, you know, I mean, 100 lives ago. So it's like their I cannot talk. Their due diligence to you is incarnating with you in this particular life, right? For the two of you to be co-workers, for you to be their employee, for you to be their boss, for you to be their mom, like for you to be their sister, like brother, whatever the case is. It's like this person came on your path to free you, right, from this karma that you've been carrying in every life up until this one, that's prevented you from really having the fullness or experiencing the fullness of who you are, having a full, true connection with your authentic self. Because the way that you've always handled things, because you've been carrying this through all these different incarnations, is you isolating yourself from people. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why you're isolating yourself from people is because you see everything as an attack, but that's not been the case. That's just reliving. So if we literally did this, it's like all of this is speaking to you reliving this past life karma with this particular person, right? So the whole issue is now is turning this upright, and this is how you guys are supposed to be existing. You know, let me turn it this way so y'all can see it. This is how you're supposed to be existing. Look at how beautiful those colors are in contrast to this, because this is what I feel it's been for every prior incarnation. So this is all about you guys shifting from this to this. You feel what I'm saying? But anywho, that has been your soul session for April. I hope that helps. I'm going over to my network and Vimeo, Patreon, all the places to do you guys extended. So if you're about that life, follow me over there. But if not, I still love your freaking face, Pisces. And I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.